Sweden says it won't hand Julian Assange to a third country if there was a risk he'd face the death penalty there. A Justice Ministry official made the comments to a German newspaper. Assange, who's now in London, faces extradition to Sweden over sex crime accusations, but he fears he could then end up on trial in the United States over the release of American diplomatic cables. Let's get some thoughts on this now and talk to Loz Kaye. He heads up the UK Pirate Party. He's joining us on the line from Manchester. Loz, hi. Do you think Julian Assange can rest assured that he's not going to be extradited to the United States if and when he goes to Sweden?
Well, we are seeing a very strange stalemate here in the Assange saga. Essentially, Ecuador is not backing down from granting asylum, but also the United Kingdom is also saying that it has to honour the arrest warrant. Now, this also leaves us in this bizarre situation that clearly he can't stay in the embassy indefinitely, but it's difficult to see how he'll get out. Now, today's announcements from Sweden seem to be an attempt to try and get out of this stalemate. But essentially, the announcements amount to stating the obvious. It's common practice that EU countries don't extradite when there's a question of the death penalty. So I don't think that these assurances that were given today will be likely to actually satisfy the Assange camp. So it's what needs to happen is that there's actually much stronger assurances coming from Sweden. Now, it's correct technically that assurances actually don't have much kind of also a legally binding nature, but this is after all common practice diplomatically. Essentially, it's time to try and diffuse this row. We've been warning for months now in the Pirate Party that if the United Kingdom authorities continue to pretend that there wasn't a problem developing here, that actually there would be a full-blown political crisis. Well, we have that now. So it's time to try and diffuse this crisis. And the United Kingdom can play its part to actually step up and actually take a political lead.
So, Loz, as you say, this can't go on forever. I wonder what the Assange camp is going to do next. I mean, for example, if they do get a strong reassurance about extradition, and of course he claims he's innocent about the sex crimes, therefore he's got nothing to lose, has he?
Well, indeed, but it's also clear that every party in this saga now has to play its part. For the United Kingdom, it's important that we clarify that we are willing to honour the principle.
What's going to give first, though? Do you think?
Well, it's difficult to know. I think it's also, I suspect that no progress will be made as long as the Assange camp continues to give the impression that actually they're not taking the allegations seriously. There's actually a huge row has broken out here in the United Kingdom as Respect MP George Galloway commented on the case and appeared to imply that rape allegations are just akin to bad behaviour. Obviously, these comments are hugely offensive and also are hugely unhelpful. So now it's time to actually seek a practical way forward.
OK, let's get back on what we've got a minute. We've only got about a minute left. There's a couple of other things I wanted to cover with you. I mean, during a speech on Sunday, Assange called on Washington to stop the witch hunt against whistleblowers. But is that kind of wishful thinking? Because it's more than just revealing wrongdoing that's going on here. There were reams of other information widely thought to be endangering others' lives, of course.
Well, of course, it's really unfortunate that WikiLeaks remains mired in this ongoing case. Actually, it's never been proved that anything that the whistleblowing organisation has done has put people's lives in danger. However, the truth remains that at the moment, that both Assange's detractors and his supporters are actually are being consumed by this ongoing case. It seems to me that at the moment that the United States is not WikiLeaks' worst enemy. WikiLeaks is its own worst enemy. It's clearly time we actually start to diffuse this situation. The case is that it is now a political crisis, not just a legal one, and it's time to diffuse the political crisis.
Loz, thanks very much for taking the time to be with us tonight. It's good to see you. Leader of the Pirate Party UK there. Thanks for being on RT.